you have an impressive resume and that you are going into the New York Academy of Sciences. So before we get there, tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey getting there.
So, first of all, yeah, my name is José Victor Jesus. I am 17 years old. I'm Brazilian, Catholic, born and raised. And well, I've been into many schools, and I got the I was suggested to get into the New York Academy of Sciences because of a program I did at my school. One of them called Leffler, and they basically emailed me with some questions I needed to send them. So I needed to write two texts about two questions they sent me in English because obviously they would only accept people fluent in the language. That
Yeah.
was 2 years ago. Talking about myself, talking about my projects, talking about my vision. And sometime from that point, I got accepted. I got an email that I got accepted. My family was super happy for me, and then we read everything about the program, and I wasn't sure about exactly what I would be getting into, but it was very amazing. I met a lot of different people. I did a total of three projects in the academy since I started, and two of them were greatly renowned in the academy.
Wow. So first off, being 17 years old and at this point of your career, because it's a career, I hope you and your family are so proud of yourself. 17 years old, before you're even an adult, look at how much you achieved. So you said that you did three projects. Tell me a little bit about the biggest project that you've worked on.
So there were about these two, right? The first one I did was a cybersecurity project in which I would challenge, because that's how the academy really works. They challenge us, um, being sponsored by different companies and groups in order to solve their problems and deliver this solution to the world because it focuses on the biggest world problems, right? And one of them was a cybersecurity challenge in which we needed to address basic cybersecurity concerns, right? And that's how I got into contact with five people. Let me get exactly the name of my teammates. I got a mentor as well, and we called our project Cyber Solvers. The leader of that group was Suze van Edrichem. I got a team like she was from she's from Netherlands, and then I also partnered up with Lage from Sweden, Imani United States, and Ahmed from Oman. Actually, for this one project, we did not have a mentor, so we did it all by ourselves because you could have a mentor for your project, right? And basically, I had a lot of experience with cybersecurity even prior to joining the academy because I was a very curious child. So I kept researching about technology by myself on
Wow.
YouTube. Yeah, and then learning about computer viruses, ways to protect yourself and everything. So
Wow.
yeah, I got a lot of information on that. And then we started brainstorming in our first meeting and I got into the solution and proposed it to the team that we should make something related to preventing phishing and malware. And then after some more brainstorm, um, we uh, we came to the conclusion we would make a browser extension that would integrate to email boxes for preventing people from falling for scams. So basically, phishing and malware contained in emails. And
Wow.
yeah, this project was amazing, and I got into second place for this challenge that involved
Amazing.
my academy.
Wow, you're talking about phishing and spyware. That's like way beyond my understanding. So I respect the people that can understand technology. So that's so impressive. It seems like you worked in a group that was so global from different areas of the world. Did you have any challenges of working with people from different countries, from culture and communication?
I think for all of us, the biggest concern was only managing time zones, really, because all of us could speak English, so our communication was very good actually. We first solved where we would meet for basic communication. We chose the platform Discord for that. And from then on, it was just scheduling interviews in times where everyone could join. And yeah, it was very fun.
That's great with the time management. How did you juggle from working on this project from different time zones? Because I can imagine that was pretty difficult. How did you balance all that while obviously being a kid, 17 years old?
Since I was little, I've been a perfectionist. So I would do everything I could to optimize my routine. So back then I had a calendar application that synced with Google, my Google account, and the leader for that um, project, Sue, she basically we synced all our Google calendars. So when she would set an interview time,
Yeah.
sorry, a meeting time for all of us, it would appear on every single one of our calendars. And I used my calendar for managing my routine, my daily routine. And we also had a site that we used to visit that had all of our time zones, like um, I could see my time zone. Everyone could see each other's time zones and what time
Yeah.
it was for them. So it was kind of easy for us to see what time it was for everyone. We talked about when we would be accessible, and that's how we decided upon a time to meet. And then, yeah.
That's excellent. And congratulations for winning second place. That's a huge accomplishment. So tell me a little bit about the TKS, about the selection for TKS, and how did the selection take place?
So the Knowledge Society is what TKS stands for, and what they did for their selection. It's a very big program. We basically needed to answer some questions about our vision about technology. How would we use TKS for us to solve problems and our expectations on the program? They basically wanted us to uh, talk about how enthusiastic we are about technology and the technology they would use in the program, because they have this moral code of helping anyone from every background to get into the knowledge society, right? And they even have a financial aid team for that. So, well, the main point for TKS to decide on what person they should get into the program is how enthusiastic that person is to
Oh,
use technology. Right? So we needed to record ourselves, talking over some questions, um, answering the questions, and it was some very quick questions, really, nothing too complicated. And although it's a very it's hard to get that. Usually 15% of the applicants actually get into TKS. Um, so I'm glad I actually got in.
so yeah, like you said, nothing is complicated with technology. Only someone who likes technology would say that. So I would like to know, and I might not say it right because again, I'm not from a technology background. What do you like about technology? Like, what was the age that you knew that you love technology? You want to get into it?
So I can't even remember. I think I started getting into technology as we know it, like digital things before I gained a lot of conscience. Really, like I used to play with my grandpa's PC when I was very young, and like messing with the TV when it broke, since we had like those
Oh,
tube TVs, very old ones. So yeah, I was very interested in technology back then, but then the way I see technology as an actual good has changed from them on. Uh, because, well, first of all, like first I was just enthusiastic about it in the general sense. So whatever new technology came out, I would already see as it think I need it in my life, right?
Oh,
I was not really analyzing how we could solve problems and how um, prioritize the new technologies would be to solve them, and that changed really. So um, now I see technology as only kind of a walking stick because I see many people nowadays they center their hopes in technology. It's basically a new golden calf for lots of people, and I don't think we should see it that way. Technology is great because it can help us achieve happiness. I don't think it should be seen as happiness itself, you know. So I'm enthusiastic about it in a way. It's useful for people to become happier, you know. Um,
that's
so
great.
I really love technologies, for example, for forecasting weather because it allows for people to live on enough to actually accomplish what they need to accomplish. Um, yeah, basically that I just shifted a bit my interest in technology, but yeah, I'm still very enthusiastic about it, and I think it's a way for me to help people, like because I think I am I'm talented on technology, so although I have a lot of different interests, because I'm talented, I feel the need to be in contact with the cutting edge of technology, so I can help people mainly, and that's my goal for joining the TKS actually, to prevent people from being damaged and exploited by exploiters that use technology to harm people, right? And to pry into their lives to make more work, you know? So, yeah,
That leads to my next question. What motivates you to enter TKS?
perfect. Yeah, basically, yeah, because I'm talented at technology, I'm familiarized with it, and I have very good sources really as to new technology coming out. And because I know like technology um is very popular nowadays, but only the general terms, the general knowledge about technology gets out there to people, and also it gets like it goes into the market in a very non in-depth way, in a way that can be exploited to harm people. So, for example, there's the new Windows AI, for example, a new update that is coming out for Windows, and it will basically store every screenshot, everything you see in your screen, everything basically you do on your personal computer in an unprotected folder that anyone can have access, and it's very easy. And like it's been sold out as this amazing new feature because it contains the name AI on it, and obviously it will increase the sales for Windows, right? And it yeah that can be used for cool stuff, but it could be exploited, and most people don't know about the
Yeah.
which it can be exploited. So that's my goal going to TKS and help people prevent themselves from getting exploited because of technology by keeping up with the cutting edge of it. You know?
So from what I'm gathering is that you understand technology, you understand the good and the bad from technology. And people like me who are just regular Joe Schmoes, like on the street, we see surface level technology. And it sounds like you're really motivated to awaken the public. Yes, it's AI. It's very cool. However, it can be dangerous. So it sounds like you really want to educate people more about technology. Am I understanding a bit right?
Yeah. Honestly, that's a way for me to do that in the technological field. but that's actually what I want to do in general. Like, I'm very enthusiastic about knowledge in general, and TKS is my way to get to people and bring awareness to people in this technological field. But I really wish, I really want to be able to just increase general awareness, right? In
Yeah.
general, because I think one of the biggest world problems right now is people are being like manipulated by all sorts and by a lot of different fields because of the unawareness, the lack of awareness. So I think I can increase awareness by using technology, and TKS can help me with that. And I can also increase awareness about technology. So it's really, it will be very useful to me in this journey of mine, this mission.
That sounds good. So let's just say you're in TKS. What's your next step? Where do you see yourself a couple years from now?
So honestly, I've been also gaining interest in for some reason, the meteorology field. Like, so as a short-term goal, because I think it's all right for me to like follow where my enthusiasm leads me in some sort, right? But then I also have a long-term goal. But about my short-term goal, maybe using this AI knowledge in order to like increase ways for meteorology companies, for example, to forecast weather, for example, because I think that's an actual a very good way for society to be benefit about all this technological stuff. But also, I have already projects that I have made, and I could use this knowledge. It will be very good to keep developing these projects because they already use in society. So this browser extension that could help people not get exploited in their email boxes. And also, I have a project about an AI that helps students study more efficiently. So this AI would be
Oh, interesting.
available for AR devices, and it would basically about like based on the most current neuroscience research papers. It will aid students to make study habits, to organize their routines more efficiently so they can spend more of their time in the actual study, right? So I already have some good projects that I could invest on, and I have some other interests, as I mentioned. But I think out of TKS, I'll be most benefited in a long term way um, because I don't think I am capacitated just now to implement this project that I envision to bring awareness to society right now. Obviously, I can do this in a gradual way, but I think I will be mostly able to accomplish this goal in the future because I still like I want to spend most of my life um, gathering information, learning about new fields of science.
Hmm.
So in the in a in a um, in the future, I can maybe open an institute, an academy, a platform for me to be able to gather everything that I've learned and bring awareness to people using everything I've accumulated from time. So I think my biggest point of interest in TKS is more in the future. Like, yeah, that's
Excellent. I like the idea of utilizing AI to create good habits. I do think AI is kind of making us a little bit lazy, I have to admit. But that's really interesting. I think you have a lot of good things that are coming towards you in the future. Continue on.